Alrighty.
Okay. I'm not sure how to open this, so I'm just going to go for it. Today we are doing Rigor Mortis.
Snap. Yeah, buddy. So we all got our own copy. Can we take these? Can we take these home, Chad?
Yeah.
Can
And this is the one I'm more familiar with. And Ian here. Ian, you want to introduce these ones?
Oh, sure. These ones are all just like, so this is the original one. I think it's like on Capitol Records or something, which is kind of interesting. I bet like thrash metal was getting so big that even the bigger, I think like Megadeth Peace Cells was also Capitol and stuff. So they're all trying to. Yeah, I'm not sure about this edition though. It's like a black version. Looks kind of cool, and it's got like some demos and stuff on the back. So it's some kind of reissue, but I don't really know what the date of it is or whatever. Mm-hmm. But the version that we're going to be listening is that one, the remastered one, because it's got all the bonus tracks and everything. And so I don't know.
And I mean, the bonus track on here, "Foaming at the Mouth," was is the first song I ever heard by him, and it was off of a movie called Mr. Nanny. Don't watch it. It's not that great, but yeah, I remember that's how I found these guys. And just listening to some of my dad's thrash metal and kind of finding my own little thrash metal bands to listen to, and this is one of my favorites when I was younger.
It's cool that like movies in the '90s like had extreme metal every now and then and stuff. Like Cannibal Corpse on that
Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura, yeah. So it's just kind of like you find like it's like how did this even get out there?
Yeah,
it did.
Yeah. I never would have heard of this band if it wasn't for Mr. Nanny. So.
And we wouldn't have heard it if it wasn't for you, because you can finish and then I'll share like my
Oh, I'm pretty much done. I remember just like with a lot of my friends, Mason had a car, and I was just always trying to play this album, and this one they liked, but some of the other stuff I listened to they couldn't do, but I still pushed it on them. So
they just had to deal with it.
Yeah,
I remember, I think we were going camping or something. It was like we were in middle school. And I remember you had Rigor Mortis and Slayer like in your little binder, and you had all the CDs there. And I remember listening to Rigor Mortis a little bit and thinking that they're pretty cool. I don't remember, I think we went to like Kennedy Meadows or one of these places out in the woods or whatever. We were like going there. And I just remember listening to the car being like, man, this is wild. And at that time, the only thrash that me and Kevin really listened to before that was like Metallica. We didn't really listen to a lot of other stuff, so
it was like middle school.
Man, dang. Okay, if I was watching Mr. Nanny, I'd be pretty young. All right. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on the album or anything you want to share?
Yeah, this is one of those albums that people really do love, but I do think it's underrated. What can I say? And I think that's one reason why we all wanted to do this, and I think it's a great pick. But when I first heard Rigor Mortis, I didn't really like the vocals all that much. At that time, I didn't really care for like rough or harsh, guttural, any of that stuff. But I remember really enjoying "Welcome to Your Funeral," and just being like, man, the guitars are sick.
I love the solos in this freak, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, it's got really good solos.
So it'll be a good one to go over today. I don't know, not much I have to add to
it's kind of a cult album actually, it feels like, anyways.
And just like all the others, we are gonna rate each song and whatnot and discuss each one. It's gonna be a good one.
How do you pronounce the guitarist's name? Mike Scacia?
I just say Scacia.
Scacia.
That's what I say.
Scacia.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
R.I.P.
What?
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, true. Yeah.
And then like 4 or 5 years ago or something, right? 3, 4, 5 years.
No, I thought it was like a decade ago, because it was before Slaves to the Grave came out. Like it was like they did that album, and then right before that album came out, he passed away.
So like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah. Because in that album they've got like liner notes like like rest in peace or something like that in that album. But yeah, like same thing. I didn't care for Bruce's vocals all that much at first. Now I kind of like him. It kind of has a certain charm to it. So anyways, I think I'm pretty much ready to hit play on this. And I've got the lyrics up as well. So yeah.
So Chad, what type of metal is this?
This is some good old fashioned thrash metal. So let's get it, boys.
All right. Here's Welcome to Your Funeral. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, this doesn't have lyrics, so we could just...
Yeah.
Alrighty.
On there.
I guess since this is your pick, Chad, you get to start, and then we'll just go around. Maybe a 4, maybe a 5. You know?
No, dude, like I'm gonna be so biased towards this, but you know what are you gonna do? We'll get some good criticism from you guys at least. So. Dude, I'm giving that a 10. Like, I missed instrumentals that just kind of, like, I feel like this is just getting you ready for, like, what's in store. And, I don't know, dude, the soloing, just all the riffing, just, oh, man. It does it for me.
Yeah.
And, and even the title, Welcome to Your Funeral, like, yeah, let's have some fun with death, dude. Like, yeah, so...
I'm pretty welcomed.
Yeah. I feel really welcome, so I hope you guys do, too.
Whew. I kind of want to give it a 10 too. It's an exciting way to start the album. Like, it's just like, you look at the cover and you're just like, okay, I know this is going to be brutal. And then that soloing and stuff, it's just like, it's fun. It's not like, you know, I don't know. I like Rigor Mortis because it's like, you can tell that they're just having fun, just shredding and just freaking just going balls to the wall, you know, and I don't know. Maybe, I'll give it a 10. I think it's an awesome instrumental.
I'm going to give it a 10 as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with this instrumental. It really sets the tone for what's in store, for sure, you know.
It's metal.
You know, it's not as brutal and heavy as like Shadow Gallery, you know. but you know, that's okay, you know. Like, we got to have a little bit more light stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But I will say, musically, I love the way that the instrumentation kind of builds you up a bit, like almost like a foreboding kind of feeling, just and it's like
and
getting
going higher
and more until finally do,
and then that part, it's like perfect pop.
It just
hook,
like goes,
you know? It's just perfect pop hook, you know. That's
It just pulls you right in.
Earworms.
You know? But like, I think that's a great instrumental, and when I think of Rigor Mortis, like, I really think that instrumental track is like one of the most important, like, Rigor Mortis songs, if that makes sense.
Like, it's almost legendary.
It
Maybe
feels,
because we've been listening to it for so long.
Yeah,
that intro, that song just introduces
it. It feels so important.
Yeah.
For some reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not much else to add, you know. There is a kind of style, like the drummer, the bass, the guitar, like, they're going to do the same kind of stuff for the rest of the album and whatnot. They don't mix it up too much, but what they do, it is pretty good. So
yeah,
pretty good.
This is definitely the heavier school of thrash, you know.
Right.
So,
Like, well, cool. Shall we press on?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh yeah. And here is Demons.
down the
I guess I go first this time.
Yeah.
What do I give it? I do like the song. I like that it ends on that kind of melodic note. You know, it's like fast and thrashy, and I like that it begins in a mysterious kind of note. You know, it's like kind of little bookends for this kind of like onslaught in the middle. It's a simple riff, but it's just very effective. You know, you know, and I like the vocals. I think the vocals are pretty awesome.
The backing vocals too.
And the
chants,
that
dude.
part, yeah,
It's got all the thrash freaking. You know,
yeah, we're contaminate the world. You know, it's like it's just kind of cool. I think I'm gonna give it a 9. I do really enjoy the song, but I don't ever like, you know, oh, if I throw this on, I'm always just gonna go to that track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still think it's an awesome way to open the album. Well, after the other awesome way to open the album.
I'll give it a 9.5. I do like this song, and it's probably like on this album. It's probably in my top 5 songs. You know, on this album, I like the kind of build up, introducing you in and stuff. I tell you, man, like they sure love their horror movies and stuff. Like I always think of like that 1985 Demons movie, you know, and. You know, so, and you'll see, like, there's a lot of songs where it's like, these guys are definitely horror fans and whatnot, and so they just like, all right, well, let's just, you know, do a metal band and, you know, horror theme. So, the lyrics don't do a whole lot for me in terms of, like, connection and whatnot. It's just straight up horror lyrics. And I can respect that, you know, and whatnot. It's just fun to just kind of enjoy and, you know, not take too seriously and, you know, whatnot. But, yeah. Pretty good song though. I don't have a whole lot of complaints with the song though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Dude, I know I want to, but like Kevin's in the back of my head.
I'm not in the back of your head.
A 10. Because I don't get tired of that song, dude. It has all the tropes I love in thrash.
Yeah.
Just the chants, the awesome riffs, awesome soloing. And like, yeah, lyrically, I know it's, I don't know, I guess some people could take it to be like, oh, demons, but it's like, dude, metal is, they're always doing that freaking crap. And
yeah,
always
over the top.
I mean, dude, look at these guys, like, like dude, like, yeah, I mean, it's just having fun with freaking horror. And like, I think horror movies, like, they can be really fun, they can be cheesy, they can fudge with your head, but like, this seems like the fun cheesiness of it. And like, I like that when they're doing it through their music and just having a good time with it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
true.
Yeah. You guys already kind of talked about the song more, so I just went into that. But
No, it's all good.
Alrighty, you guys ready for bodily dismemberment?
Let's do it.
this one.
I hope so.
first, huh?
Yeah, you got the fun
All
one.
right.
Yeah,
Go, Kevin.
First off, did you like it?
Careful what you say.
I will say, you know, this.
It's a little
feel
rough,
like,
dude.
I feel like this song didn't age really well, if that makes sense. Like, how do I put it? I'll give it a 6.5, and even since I was like a kid, this song is not my favorite on the. It's probably my least favorite. Like 3 and 4 are like my least favorites on the album.
Yeah.
And it's just. I don't know how to quite explain it. I like the outro, you know. You know, I do like the whole like, oh well, you know, doom. You know,
Yo, that's doom.
but I feel like the song is like maybe the lyrics are just a little bit too distracting or something like that. You know, so I'm like.
Like so over the top that
They're so over the top that they're a bit distracting, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying to, what are they going for here, you know? So it feels like the message meddles a bit with the music, if that makes sense, you know? And so I'll give it a 6.5. You know, I'll listen to it in the context of the album and stuff, but it's definitely my least favorite on the album.
Yeah. What do you think, Chad?
Yeah, dude, going to the lyrics, yeah, like, oh, it's fun and cheesy. Maybe
I
not.
mean, you're just like, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, just like, whoa.
I feel like it's a little too edgy or
Yeah,
something.
it's
like
almost
a
like-
little too try harder or something. Like
To
I
me,
don't
it's
know.
like, oh, getting the mind of a serial killer, blah, 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 da, da, da. Like, just, but in like, not a great way. And and
do
just
you kind of agree? Like the lyrics are a bit distracting.
yeah,
like,
they really
I don't know
are.
how else to put it.
because I remember when you were younger, you're like, dude, what about bodily dismemberment? I'm like, oh, pretty cool. Like, you know, I've matured, so kind of.
So, what do you?
Yeah,
give
dude.
it?
For that one, like, the lyrics are really distracting because it's just kind of like, and it's the only song really like that. Fortune bread. It's just, I mean.
yeah.
I don't hate it or anything, but yeah, like it probably is also like one of my least favorite on here.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go probably a 7 for me.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my turn. Yeah, I give it a 6. I still think it's a good song. Like how I measure everything is like a 5 is average. Anything above a 5 is like, you know, good, great, fantastic, almost perfect, and then perfect,
Gooder,
you know,
goodest.
goodest, you know. And then the 4, and then but yeah, I feel like it doesn't have as much musically. I kind of feel like it goes on for too long. It's like a 5-minute song, and for some of this music, it's like I want it just to be fast
And
just,
to the
you know,
point.
to the point. You know, not just drawn out. I did like the soloing. I do have a question for you guys. During the soloing parts, whenever there's no rhythm, like guitar playing, do you kind of like that, hearing the bass and then having just the solo? Or do you wish that there was like some riffs along when he's soloing also?
I like them both, I guess.
Yeah.
I do like hearing a rhythm guitar do it too and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it depends.
I was-
I guess,
It is kind of cool. Yeah, it depends, but it is kind of cool hearing the bass a little more.
Yeah.
Like just having it stand out a little bit. And,
Yeah, I wonder if like when they were recording it, like he was just kind of like, we're recording it if I was like the only guitarist playing live and stuff, and maybe that's kind of how they did it. I'm not sure, but it just seemed like the solo for this one and for like Demons, like when he's soloing, there's like no rhythm doing like the rhythm part. You just kind of hear the bass kind of keeping the rhythm going. You know, I was just curious what you guys thought about that. But yeah, you know, the lyrics are just over the top. You know,
right.
don't have much to say. But still a great album. It's just,
Yeah.
I agree with Kevin that like 3 and 4 are kind of my least favorites, and then the album picks way up.
Way up.
So, you guys ready for Condemned to Hell?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Whew. Terrifying.
Entire childhood
you want to share with the rest of the class? Secrets too,
Anyways, I think that it's your turn to go.
Wrong data. Wrong album for that one.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's whatever.
I think this is your stuff now.
Yeah. 3 and 4 are probably definitely the weakest, but it still has the stuff I like. But I guess like lyrically, maybe it's distracting me a bit too. But I guess I'm gonna give him a break because like metal back then, hell and Satan and who scary and I don't know. Like I figured that's what they're going for. I feel like some of the other ones they're still pretty messed up like lyrically, but I feel like they're a little more fun. But like with this one, it's just kind of. Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to give it, I think I'm going to do an 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do kind of feel like it's slightly generic, but I do like it better than bodily dismemberment. But that solo part was pretty cool with the bass and the guitars were both doing the little, what is that, 3-note kind of thing over and over again, or I don't know. That was pretty cool.
Kind of had a neoclassical,
little vibe to it for a sec, yeah. So I think I'm going to give it a 6.5. It's a good song, but yeah, definitely not like the highlight of the album, you know.
I'll give it a 7. Yeah, I like it more than number 3, but I do like how raw the album sounds and whatnot, production and everything, But yeah, I do feel like this song is a bit generic, it just doesn't do a whole lot for me, I only ever really listened to it in the context of the full album and stuff, But yeah, I did like the solo section, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Cool. You guys ready for Wizard of Gore?
Oh, yeah.
Woo! It's a wizard.
Of Gore.
It's a wizard, Harry. I like when they do weird stuff.
Yeah,
I like when they do goofy stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a goofy way to start a thrash song.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. It's like a classical recital kind of thing,
You ain't taking mine.
Freaking wizard.
So I go first, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that intro bit. It reminds me of like this classical like recital thing where like a bunch of kids are like, you know, like trying to play it, and you know, like I don't know, it kind of gives that image or whatever. But then it just starts thrashing out. I feel like the middle part, kind of like during the Bone Collections, Tissue Sample, that part. I mean, I feel like it's not as exhilarating as the beginning and the last third of it. Like when it's like, you know, playing while he's like doing the verse sections and stuff. Right. I think that just sounds really cool. And this dude's guitar tone is really awesome. Like he's got a really cool guitar tone. It sounds so like electrical. I know it's all electric guitar and stuff. Right. But man, it sounds like there's electricity going through his freaking guitar. You know, it just sounds so
like real electric,
like real electricity. You know, none of that fake stuff. Yeah, it just I don't know. It's pretty cool. So I give that song probably a 7.
Yeah, I feel like the middle section could be a little bit better. It is a little distracting. This is a song that's nice to hear on headphones as it goes back and forth with the verse part and stuff, you know?
Makes it sound a little more spooky and chaotic, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I'll give it an 8. It's not my favorite on the album, but it's not my least favorite. But it's pretty good.
Yeah, dude, I'm going with a 9.5 on that one.
9.5.
I really do like that song. I definitely get what you guys are saying, but like I remember being little and be like, "It's your time to die." Like, I just like, oh, dude. And I think I know a lot of these songs. I think not a lot, but some of them are definitely based off horror movies. And don't quote me on it, but I think Wizard of Gore was actually maybe a horror movie. I'm not sure if they're referencing that or what they're doing on that one, but
I'm trying to think of.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look it up and
we'd
stuff.
have to Google
like,
it, but
yeah.
Anyways, just But
yeah.
I was digging that song.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this one is one of my favorites. I like this one a lot.
Yeah. This
so
one's great.
Shroud of Gloom.
I am dead, but it's a pistol. I am real, possess my shroud.
The lyrics, like I didn't know all the lyrics and stuff, but they kind of elevated it for me a bit, like I'll give that song a 9.5. I really like that song. It is probably my top 3, top 5 or so, it's it does remind me a bit of Welcome to Your Funeral, the similar, but yeah, that's a great song.
Why bless you.
Thank you.
What do you think, Chad?
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm gonna be a bit biased. Like, and I get what Kevin was kind of saying from the beginning. Like, it's just straight up thrash. But I love what they do. I love I love the riffing, and like his soloing is just, it's like on par with like Slayer shredding, but it doesn't feel as wankery.
Oh,
like
is it better?
It's better.
I'm trying to say something.
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
Yeah. It's
I'm just watching it.
Damn it, Kevin. No, dude, I do like the soloing, his soloing a lot better. But I mean, it's only one album, so I didn't do Slaves of the Grave. But anyways, man, dude.
This album,
I want to just give it a 10 because freaking.
Because it's a Shroud of Gloom?
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, dude, I could listen to that song over and over. 10.
10.
Yeah.
I think, like, this is pretty wild for 1988. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty wild, I will say, there's something else I wanted to say with it. I think the songs where they have kind of the backing vocals and stuff do better for me than just the ones where it's straight him singing, you know what I mean? So having those backing vocals, like, demons and, whatever, I think it really elevates, and maybe that also helps.
I feel like he really finalizes some stuff when he's like, I will not stop till I am satisfied. It's just like, I dig his voice, dude. I like it.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I give it a 9.5 as well. It's definitely one of my favorites on the album. I do like his enunciations and stuff. Yeah. Like like he sounds like he's having fun doing these freaking out there lyrics and stuff. It's funny in 1988, like, parents would probably be like freaked out by this stuff, Right. Nowadays it's kind of just like, some of the but like some of the I guess like the shock value of a lot of metal in the 80s is like
worn off.
I know it's worn off, so it's just kind of like,
oh, here we go again.
It's like, oh yeah, that's metal, but it's still fun though. It's still pretty cool.
They're all like, oh yeah, we all thought like metalheads liked all this stuff. Now we know that they do. Now we have the proof.
Right, we have the proof.
We got you.
They're all a bunch of
yeah.
Dude, hold on, guys. I need to blow my nose real quick.
Oh, no problem. But is it better than Slayer though? I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
But granted, I'm not the biggest Slayer fan, so
I need to listen to more Rigor Mortis, and I need to listen to more Slayer. So I don't know.
Do a battle or something. But I don't know. They're pretty different though. I just think Tom Araya is not the greatest like thrash vocalist kind of thing, but I can totally see people not really digging this vocalist either, though. I can see that,
It's like kind of different taste.
Yeah, it's just a difference in taste, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's an easy way out comparing the two.
Yeah. There's no easy answer.
People are gonna not like either one.
But as far as like single album thrash albums go, like this is a great thrash album, And I check like the Rate Your Music charts a lot, and I think this one was like number 50 something or 60 something, like out of all like thrash albums compared and stuff.
Puppets. And
and it's like, I think it only had like 800 people like rating it and stuff, and it's been out for like 30 years, and so I just kind of feel like, man, this is a really good album that, I think a lot of metalheads would enjoy if they knew about it. I know that there's like the diehard people that probably know it and enjoy it, but it's just kind of, dare I say, forgotten a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's a great album and whatnot. I think one of the thing that might be a little distracting too is like, I feel like this is a very niche part of thrash, of like the whole horror theme stuff. Mm-hmm. A lot of thrash you think of like, the war, politics, and humanity, death, this and that, whatever. But it's not like just horror, only horror. That's all we're doing.
It's like they got death metal lyrics, but
it's like exactly. It's like a death metal band, but
musically all thrash.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so it's, I guess I can see this. I can totally see, like, death metal people knowing about this album and getting into this album more than just your straight of the mill, I don't know, Overkill or Anthrax guy. You listen to it. You know what I mean? Like, I just, I don't know. Agreed.
Yes.
Alrighty, so now let me get this little thing off. You guys ready for track 7, Die in Pain?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
Alright, here it goes. Is it Chad's turn to start? Or
Yeah, because you went last time, so.
did I go last
I
time?
don't know, dude. Don't ask me.
Who started Shroud of Gloom? Oh, maybe Chad did actually. So I think this one's probably my turn to go first.
Wait, I started on 3,
2,
and then I started on 6. No, so it's Chad's.
So okay.
So it is Chad's turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, a 10. Yeah, like when, oh man. I remember showing my dad this song when I was younger, and like all he took from it, he was just like, "So your prayers are said in vain, huh?" And I'm just like, "Dude, Dad, come on, listen to the solo." Like, I don't know, that solo just yeah, dude, it gives me goosebumps, man. Like even to this day, I just and I mean yeah, dude, just a 10. I'm having trouble expressing all of it, but you guys, I want to hear your guys' stuff. So
yeah. So that song to me sounds the most like Slayer more than any other song on this album. That song just sounds like a Slayer song. It's still an awesome song. Like I'm not dogging it for it. I think, but I think they might have been fans or something. It just sounds like a Slayer song to me. I think the chorus is really cool and the soloing like in the chorus is cool. You know, I think I give it an 8. It's an awesome song, but one problem that Rigor Mortis has is it's such a there's not a ton of variety, I guess, you know. It's like a lot of times in the like their riffs they'll have like a riff and they'll just da na 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 na, you know, over and over different riff da na 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 na, you know,
like the drummer and the bass guy are doing like the same thing,
over and over and over again. So because it's so singular, it makes it so some of the songs just don't like, it kind of wears off, I guess, a little bit, you know. In the beginning of the album you're just like, yeah, you know, that riffing, but then by this point you're kind of like, I want them to do something different. But you know, I mean, heck, with Shroud of Gloom, that was like a 2.5 minute song. That was perfect. You know, it was like so condensed and everything. This one, I think it's awesome. I think it's great. I know it sounds like I'm being all negative on it. It's still a great freaking song, but anyways, I just think that fatigue starts setting in kind of a little bit for me. Yeah. But the rest of the album is still good though. So,
I'll give it either a 9 or a 9.5. I'll give it a 9. I like how the vocals are a little different on this one, you know? Some of the high shrieks and stuff, you know? You know? The solo is great. It is probably the greatest, like, solo for the whole album. I would say it is constructed pretty well, you know? It lifts up and everything, and then, yeah. And also, I really enjoyed the lyrics because it was a little different. It was kind of like fighting in war and whatever. And it's kind of a nice break from freaking Freddy running around, you know? And like, yeah, you know, it was kind of a nice break from just straight horror theme, you know? And so that was kind of welcome, you know?
Yeah.
But I'll give it a 9. It's still a pretty solid one, yeah.
Yeah. You guys ready for Vampire?
Yep. Let's do it.
Here goes.
Yikes.
Dude, I couldn't stop laughing throughout that just because every time Kevin will just start like singing lyrics from the song out of nowhere, it just cracks me up so bad. What's straight from hell?
Yeah, dude. That's one thing is over the years, like we'll just randomly be like, we'll just like lyric drop different parts of this album with each other and stuff. Like we'll just be like walking in the room and then just be like, for those of you who don't believe in my sorcery from hell, and it is pretty funny, it's kind of a running joke or whatever. I do like that song. I'll probably. Oh, I don't go first. It's you go first.
It's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh,
sorry.
So sorry, I just didn't want to interrupt the story. Yeah, sometimes I lyric drop this album. To nobody. No, I do like. I think you guys like this album just much more than I do. I still think it's awesome. I still think it's a great record. But yeah, Vampire I think is a good song. I actually kind of like the lyrics to that one a lot more. There's that part where he said my marks from hell or whatever, and I was like thinking about the little teeth marks, and I was just like, oh, Rigor Mortis kind of clever there. And I don't know, it's just kind of a fun song. Although again, it's like 5 minutes, so it does kind of just drag a little bit too long. But I do like the little intro part with the bass, going, and it kind of helps create a mood or whatever. I do think that's pretty cool, but yeah, I give some.
I'll give it an 8.5. Yeah, it is a little bit too long, I feel like, but that song, I feel like the drums are the best on that song compared to the rest of the album. I like the whole it feels like a march into, dare I say, the underworld, and it just feels a bit like it's, I don't know, man. I like the lyrics. I like the depiction of vampire Dracula
before they're shiny.
Before
exactly.
they're shiny and.
I feel like so much of the vampire stuff is sort of like the seduction part, but it's like, yo, this guy's made of like dead meat, and he touches things and it turned into dead meat. It's just. It's not pretty at all. I think that's the thing that I like is the depiction is of like a horrifying monstrosity, not of this like, well,
sexy,
vampire. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, and so I kind of like that, but I like that song. Vampire cracks me up. I'm always like dropping, like. It cracked. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That was a song that never really stuck out for me much, but like, over the years, Kevin lyric dropping, me just cracking up, and like going through the lyrics, like I really, I do like the lyrics to, the depiction of the vampire. Sorry, I'm kind of reiterating just crap, but
that's always the third person,
I'm gonna have to go with, dang, I want to give this album a good score, guys.
I mean, it's already getting pretty good.
Follow your heart, Chad.
Yeah, follow your heart. I'm gonna follow it. Let's do. I don't know. I found it really enjoyable, and plus, like, just having the little inside joke with you guys on it just kind of made it a little more special. So I'm gonna give it a 9. It deserves a 9.
Yeah. You chose the right path.
Yes.
And you will rot.
Dude, this one's pretty good.
Yeah, especially the intro, like, dude. Yeah.
Hey, what movie is this one from?
Reanimator?
Yeah,
Sixth Sense.
Like the Night of the Living Dead?
Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, no, dude, I still haven't never even seen Reanimator.
Yeah, we're gonna make it watch it too.
Yeah, we'll show you sometime.
So I can't really, pretend I know what this song's about.
It's about this guy who sees ghosts.
Yeah.
But he's actually dead.
Classic.
What a twist.
All right, Reanimator.
Reanimator.
You killed him. No, I did not. I gave him life.
What way?
No
Ian,
way.
do you want to rethink your answer?
Is it my turn?
I think you go first now. Yeah.
I'll give it a 9.5. Yeah, that one's like in my top 3 on the album. I really like Reanimator. I like those backing vocals, man. What can I say? It's straight up. They don't mess around or anything. They just go straight for it. You know, I like the way his voice sounds in the verses and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's just all around solid song.
Whew.
That's you 2 times.
Yeah, buddy. What do you think, Chad? You're gonna give it a 10.
Yeah,
you like
dude, you guys
Reanimator.
know, dude.
I already
yeah,
know
like,
you're gonna give it a 10.
I'm pretty
you
sure,
like Reanimator.
and I'm pretty sure that's how I found this movie too. I know, like, I'm not even looking at the music. I'm like, well, this did that and this did that. But I got a lot of history with this album, I guess. But yeah, dude, I mean, the solo part doesn't stick out as much to me, but I guess the song as a whole, it just feels like a high energy album to me, and
Yeah.
it keeps me going, and that's definitely one of the songs I'm just like, oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So Ian, do you care to explain yourself?
Yeah, for real.
I think I'm gonna change Die in Pain to 8.5. That one was really good.
Dang, you like that more than Reanimator.
I think I do like it more than Reanimator. Reanimator's still really
that
good though.
Doesn't make sense.
There's there's a certain charm to this song. I put it on an 8, and then they started picking on me. No, but like, yeah, I think it's great. Maybe it's kind of fatigue.
Yeah,
But it's a pretty cool. It's still a great song. 8's a good score, guys.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good. But it just doesn't.
Sounds like you don't want to watch Reanimator with us.
But it just doesn't. I don't know. Some of the other tracks I just like more. I feel like Die in Pain is a little more melodic. I feel like Demons is better, and I feel like Shroud of Gloom is better. But Reanimator is kind of in my top 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I hear you.
I guess I don't need to say anything else, huh?
Yeah.
I guess let's press on, yeah.
Alrighty, Slow Death, and this is like the last track on the regular album.
Right, yeah.
This one had a lot of little
Looks
snippets
like
and stuff.
Rigor Mortis is
It was like Texas Chainsaw, like stuff, you know?
Is it? Who goes first now? Is it?
I think it's me, right?
I always forget.
Dude, yeah, freaking
Yeah.
A.
I was 3, 6, and 9. So 10, yeah, it's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving that one a 10, dude. Like, I love the clips. I like the in the middle he's like, oh, make carcass stew, and like Impel like references that in one of their albums, and they're like, Ross, hand me a blah blah blah, and it's just cool, dude. Like referencing back to that, and I did like that's like the only slow death. Like I thought that was kind of cool little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with the 10 on that one. Slow death.
Interesting.
So, I hate to give it a 6.5. I really hate it because it is pretty enjoyable. But like, I feel like the song itself, like the music, it's like a little bit more boring. Like I feel like the chorus is kind of more boring. But I feel like all the sample parts, and I love that middle part where he's just like talking and stuff. You know, like all those parts I really like. It's just the song doesn't do as much for me. So I give it a 6.5.
Maybe a 10's too high, but I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
Oh, just because you like Impaled?
Man, shut up and just go.
I'm gonna give it a 7. Yeah, I do think this is one of the weaker songs. It's like 5.5 minutes long. There's just not a lot on here that they haven't done better in some of the other songs, I feel like. I do like all the. It is a good closer song, I will say. You know.
Yeah. We can be persuasive, huh, Chad?
Yeah, dude, because it's like, because I'm kind of like basing my freaking opinion off of stuff that kind of doesn't matter. It's not about the music, and then you guys go, well, the music, this and that, and I'm like, freak.
I do agree with your sentiment on like the slow death, slow solo section and stuff, but I just felt like the solo was a little boring. You know, it felt like there's a lot of high note, picking and stuff, but just I don't know, it just didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, dude,
but,
man, freaking A.
But it's all good though. I mean,
Sorry,
yeah. So you gonna give it a 7 now?
No, not that freaking low, dude. And if I'm being fair, an 8.
8, yeah.
Yeah, I can't let all the other crap like bump it up for me, but
You could go to 8.5.
Yeah, let's do an 8.5.
Like, well, you could also just stay at 8. You know, I don't know. No, it's whatever you want. 8.5.
Yeah.
8's fine.
Eight's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Now we've got 3 more to go.
Foaming at
Just
the
the
mouth.
bonus tracks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a song that got you into.
Yeah, it's the
Rigor
first
Mortis.
Rigor Mortis song I ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Changed your life.
Changed my life, man.
Done did it.
Probably for the worst, but
All right. Here's Foaming at the Mouth.
Right now, so we do.
So I think it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I give that one a 7.5. I feel like that's one of the songs where, as soon as you hear it, you're always gonna remember the chorus. You know, like it's very, you know, the words and everything. It's just very memorable.
At the mouth.
Foaming at the mouth.
Now I foam.
At the mouth.
At the mouth.
Wait. Yeah.
I'm foaming at the mouth. Wait. Now I foam.
Yeah. There it is. There it is.
And I do like the kind of melodic bit where it's like, you know, but like the rest, it's like, I feel like it could have been better, but it's still a great song. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.5 as well. I feel like the song is a bit too repetitive. Like it what it does is good, but you didn't need it to be an extra minute long. I felt like it should have.
It could have been
like,
a 2.5 minute song.
Yeah, not 3 minutes and 40 seconds or whatever it was, you know. But like you gotta like lyrics like
that disease stood from hell on my lips.
you know, it's like
hiding skin.
drips, lips, and bits. You know, I feel like what about Bob? A noodle, a doodle. A poodle.
A dog.
A dog. A log. A frog. You know, like it just, you know, but yeah, I enjoy the song.
So we give What About Bob like a 10. No, that's awesome, movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, 7.5. Yeah. What do you say, Chad?
I hear your guys' complaints.
But you're just not foaming at the mouth.
Yeah. No, dude, I guess lyrically, like, I really like the whole werewolf thing. Like, I love, like, Man and Beast and all that kind of crap. Plus, is the song that got me into it. Like, dude, there's a lot of nostalgia for this. Like, my scores are probably way too high. Because, I mean...
There's not a lot of rabies songs, are there?
No, yeah.
No, there's not.
Yeah, fudge you guys.
What?
Chad thinks I was sliding.
Yeah, he does.
He thinks I was sliding. And all I said was, "There's not."
Dude, well, I'm going from werewolf and you're going from rabid little animals, so I'm just like, come on, dude.
That's the same.
No, I always took it as a song about rabies too. That's what I always took it as.
I always took it as like, is it about werewolves?
Actually, wait a minute. Oh, dude, you guys.
It's okay.
It's a great werewolf song.
Remember on Expanded Senses when I was talking about,
go back real
when I was
quick.
talking about lizards coming out of the ground?
Yeah, okay, this is my lizards coming out of the ground.
Yeah, this is your lizards.
Dude, I thought it was about werewolves for the longest freaking time.
Yeah, dude.
By these
Deadly
cats
germ.
bag.
Yeah, it is rabies, rabid pack.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
gosh, turned into a maniac. That's a pretty brutal disease, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, slobber drips.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
This changes everything.
Well, hey Chad, is it a crappier song because it's about rabies though?
No,
Or
like,
is
because rabies is still pretty crazy, but when you compare rabies to werewolves, that's when I was like, no, but it's not about werewolves, so.
Yeah, but Chad, well, now you know. Slow death. So, you know.
Yeah,
No.
now you know. Now I know. Slow death.
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm
You're
giving that a 9, just because it's the first song I got into. I definitely can. I'm trying to be a little more objective with this, but it's just not happening, guys.
Dude, I am
It's
not
all
being
good.
objective at all. The albums I love, I'm gonna be like 10,
Yeah,
10,
yeah,
10,
so,
you know.
yeah.
So it's totally fine.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready for a grudge?
Sure.
Yeah.
Grudge. Is this one about werewolves?
I don't know. We'll find out.
All right, let's find out. Let's do it.
It's gotta be.
It's okay. I'm a lizard guy. You're the werewolf guy. We gotta find out what it is. Really got this fast. Yeah, it's fast.
I'll see this one's fine as well. The Rigor Mortis love songs.
Well, Kevin, it's your turn. How about it?
Yeah, go for it.
I like how I get all the I get all the crazy songs to start and like
The crazy misogynistic songs.
like I'm not a no.
Whew.
I'm not a fan of the lyrics. Let's start with that. But I mean, it's an art.
Literally just like, I am not a fan of lyrics.
But it's an okay song.
Yeah.
It's just kind of straight up, fast. Is this the same vocalist or whatever? He really
so.
went quick too.
Yeah,
Really
If I wasn't reading the lyrics, I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah. And that's like when I was little, I just heard like, oh yeah, fuck, and and it's just like.
I'll give it a 5. I think it's an average song. I get why it's just a bonus track. It's just not a whole lot there.
Whew. Yeah.
Well, that's right.
It makes you cringe a little bit. But
It is.
right.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I just feel like they're trying to be so dang edgy and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's just unnecessary.
I guess my teenage edgelord self really liked that song. But yeah, now that
I'm gonna give.
yeah, I'm almost afraid to rate it too high. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like that's the thing. Like I'm not taking that song serious. Like, oh, this is how this guy treats women and da 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 da. Like it's just one of those songs. Like I'm trying to justify this, guys. All right, this isn't that bad.
You can explain yourself all you want. I ain't helping you.
I'm just putting my foot in my mouth. Holy death. Okay. 6.5. Let's move on.
Oh man.
Oh, dude.
Hurry, move on, Ian.
These guys do not discriminate who they're killing. I tell you what, they're killing everybody. Right? I gave it a 5.5. I mean, it's a minute and a half, so it's like, I'm glad it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's just kind of a fast whatever song. But yeah, probably one of the weakest. I'm moving on.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for Spivey?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, this is the last song.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for doing the bonus tracks, guys.
Yeah.
I know there's probably a little fatigue setting in, but
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
fun.
it's-
It's fun doing this album.
I enjoy going through just all kinds of music with you guys and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it's nice to have a good laugh at it, every once in a while.
Yeah.
So
All right, here we go.
Spivey, take one.
Rigor Mortis!
wow. Done did it. Woo.
Yep. Okay, yeah, I mean, you know these guys know how to have fun, you know? Just having fun, man. Yeah, I did like what you said. It kind of reminded you of like a gore, just kind of goofy,
Yeah.
a little so silly, like you know, like just
It was like Guar mixed with like Misfits or something. I don't know. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, just as a bonus track, yeah, like nothing great, but I'm giving that one a 7.5 just because I can't listen to it and just kind of laugh.
Yeah.
What's that bass?
Yeah, I give it a 6. I think it's a good song, but doesn't really do all that much. Yeah, not much to say. Spivey, guys.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, but that's kind of it for that song for me.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5. Just kind of average for me. You know, maybe there's a little bit of fatigue, but you know.
Add up these scores well.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to add, you know. While you're adding up all the scores and stuff, finding the final score for the album and stuff, we can do like our closing thoughts and stuff.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
guys want to share your closing thoughts?
Yeah. All in all, I will say this is the kind of album that I feel like it's a bit like, I don't know if guilty pleasure is the right word. I don't think that's quite right, you know. But it isn't something that I'm like, oh, hey guys, check it out, you know. If you're if you're already into like thrash or death and stuff, then I think this is an album that you could totally like enjoy and get into and whatnot, you know. If you're not into a lot of like metal and heavier metal and all that stuff, like, you know, this album might be a pass for you. And I don't blame you, you know. I feel like this album, like, it was a bit of an acquired taste and whatnot. Like back in middle school and stuff, like it took me a little bit to get into them and whatnot. But, you know, once I did, I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty good, you know. I do think the guitarist definitely like steals the show, you know, for the band. But, you know, it feels a bit like a niche album, a niche kind of band, just kind of lost in time, you know.
Yeah.
And
forgotten, if you will.
Yeah, a little forgotten. And so yeah, we just wanted to talk about it and whatnot. And I like talking about albums and stuff that like I don't hear people talk about, or you know, like I've never, like, sometimes I'll go on YouTube, check like, you know, reaction videos, and I'll see like a band or something and there's like 30 different reactions for the song, and I'm like, come on guys, like let's talk about something else, you know, for once. And so it's cool to talk about like what is actually in this album and whatnot, and maybe dissect it a little bit. But I will say it is a bit repetitive, you know, the album and stuff. So, you know, after the first few songs, you kind of know what you're getting into, though. But pretty good album, though. That's my kind of 2 cents.
Should I share my final thoughts?
Sure.
Yeah, I do like it. I think it's a great album. It's like a minor classic in a way, and I think that nostalgia does paint it in a much better light.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know, it's still a really good album, but it's just not up there with like, you know, some of like Testament's albums, some of Megadeth, some of Metallica's for me, you know. But I feel like, but like it's still a really good album. It shouldn't just be like ignored just because it's not as freaking Master of Puppets, you know.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, I think it's a great album, and I'm glad we're doing it too, because
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's listening to it when I was so young, and it kind of guided me into a little bit of like a horror metal kind of way with like Ghoul, Impaled, and some other stuff. Like we'll get to those eventually too. And yeah, it's definitely repetitive, but I think the solos just shine so much for me, and just like remembering stuff like drawing the freaking album cover and coloring it and putting it on his door, and just like cool stuff like that.
It sounds like they had fun making this album. You know? And like the sound quality of it is just so, I don't know, it's very like visceral, if that makes sense. It's such a visceral sounding album, and but at the same time, with that visceralness is like this fun element smashed together in a way. I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, they had a couple questionable songs, but
and this artwork is just so fucking classic. It just looks so cool.
Just look at it, man. Yeah. Just look at it.
Yeah, just look at it. So here's the final scores. I gave the album as a whole a 7.46. Kevin gave it a 7.84. And then Chad gave it an 8.84, which was much higher. And I should actually calculate the final score.
I will say there's albums like this where I feel bad because like we do like doing the bonus tracks and stuff, but I feel bad because I feel like the bonus tracks really
they hurt it.
They really hurt the final score for this album. You know, it would have been a lot higher if it wasn't for the bonus tracks.
That's true.
You know, if it wasn't there, then I'd probably be in the 8s. Chad would be in the 9s, and Ian would probably be
in 7s still. No, it's true though. Like
take off it down.
Take off the last 2 songs, and this is like a high 7, maybe even a low 8 on a good day. You know.
Right.
So the final score we gave this album is 8.04.
Respectable.
Yeah, pretty good score.
Yeah, good pick, Chad.
That was a good pick.
Get it in here.
Yeah,
We did it, guys.
We done did it. Cool. Thanks for joining Forgotten Legends of Sound and doing Rigor Mortis.
You do the outro since it's your pick.
Oh.
Yeah, you do the outro. Not him. You do the outro.
Ian, what am I supposed to say?
I don't know anymore. This is what Kevin's doing.
Farewell, everybody. Have a good night.
Forgotten Legends of Sound. Don't forget.